So you were looking for something to listen to, and you ended up here. What's up? My name is Ethan, and I'm the host of the show. Over the past 25 years, I've had a wild group of people walk through my tattoo shop and tell me some of the craziest stories you would never hear unless you were sitting in that chair. I've invited a few of these maniacs to join me and talk about everything, anything, and nothing. Whether it's about UFOs, aliens, food, conspiracies, or whatever, you're sure to be entertained and probably get a laugh out of it. Or you're going to think we're a bunch of nut jobs and never come back again. Either way, you're here with us now, so sit back, relax, hit cruise control, and enjoy the ride. Welcome to the Tat and Chat Podcast. Welcome to the Tat and Chat Podcast. It is Tuesday, Tat Tuesday.
It is Tat Tuesday.
I'm with Renee and Josh.
What's up?
What's up?
We're hanging out here and getting ready to have a good old time, talking a bunch of shit.
Absolutely,
about
as always.
a bunch of shit. And as I review the videos and the audio all the time, I realize I don't shut the fuck up. So I'm giving these guys permission to tell me to shut the fuck up and let them finish a thought when I interrupt them and go into the next thought.
I think that's just how it goes, right? When you're talking, you're having a conversation, you're always, like everybody, always just chimes in when they have something to say.
Yeah, but I kind of dominate, and I feel like mine's more important, maybe. And I don't realize that after I'm listening, I'm like, that guy's a fucking dickhead.
I was talking to Ethan about it earlier, and he brought up an idea that we just raise our hand when we want to talk, and I was like, what? No, that's not.
I think it's a good idea.
That we raise our hand?
Yeah. Did you fucking raise your hand? I was talking. Renee, chill. The men are talking. So anyway, Josh. Yeah, so I got this handy dandy schedule here. I see some people use them.
You look so official.
And it's going to help us stay on point.
Hopefully.
And the camera, here you go. Check it out. It's right here. So we can stay on point and make sure that we have our format is down.
Let's stay on point.
All right.
If we're going to do this every week, we need a format.
We need to be formal.
It's Tat Tuesday, everybody, and welcome to the Tat and Chat Podcast. I'm your host, Ethan, and we're going to talk about whatever. So how was your last week after our last podcast? Anything special, anything important, anything crazy happened to you guys?
My week was a little rough on Saturday when the Niners got knocked out of the playoffs. But
football.
Other than that.
Now describe this to me. You said the ball of the foot?
It's playoffs.
Yes. You know, men watch sports, so I know you don't understand, but
there's a big game coming soon called the Super Bowl. So right now it's football playoffs.
Bowl that is super. I eat bowls that are super every morning. It's
cereal.
They're big, and what I do is I take Reese's Pieces.
Oh, so you eat the healthy
cereal, and I take peanut butter powder and pour it on top with my milk. It's delicious.
Sounds
Reese's.
Peanut butter.
Literally every time I hear Super Bowl, this is how my brain's fucked up.
Oh.
Literally every time I hear Super Bowl, it runs me back to when I was a kid and my cousin had gone to the bathroom and there was no toilet paper in there. So she yells down. She's like, "Can you bring me toilet paper?" And they're like, "Oh, I don't know, something." And then she said, I was taking the Browns to the Super Bowl. Realized there was no paper in here. And
that's a good joke.
I still remember it to this, like literally every time I hear Super Bowl, I'm like, oh my God.
You know what I think? I never watched Super Bowl. I mean, I watch it because like everybody does.
Halftime show.
I think of Justin Timberlake ripping off Janet Jackson's thing. I was watching live on TV and I was like, was that her nipple?
It was.
And I remember it's a big deal, and that's when I think of Super Bowl, that's what I always think.
But it was all decked out with jewels. And
it had like a little star,
ring on.
She knew it was coming.
You know what sucks?
That was a publicity stunt.
I have watched every Super Bowl since
brilliant.
I was like 6 years old, and that's the only halftime show that I've missed.
He's so mad.
It was so exciting live. Justin Timberlake went.
Oh yeah, it was great. And then
he was fucking pissed.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody's telling
nobody was mad.
Janet Jackson's boob was just out on TV, and I'm like, what?
I was dropping the Browns off at the pool. Bullshit. Yeah. So we have a topic today.
We do.
We have a topic.
Good.
Quite interesting
When is
one.
the Super Bowl, by the way?
It's the second Sunday in February.
Second Sunday in February. So by the time this airs, it's already going to happen. So whoever's going to win is going to win.
That's it.
We should do a
Yes, sir.
sports segment.
We should not always do that.
Yeah, let's do it. So football is a sport that people play with their feet. And there's this bowl that is super coming up, and you guys can watch it if you want, and there's halftime shows.
There is.
All right, speaking of which, to the topic.
To the topic.
On today's news, astral projection.
You're so funny. We can't take him with his fucking paper, dude.
What do you say? Asshole what?
Nah?
Asshole protection.
Asshole
you,
protection.
you need asshole protection because you never know when you're going to run into a Josh.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Are we talking butthole asshole or... Okay, I made that one over my head. Asshole protection. Just in case when you're in prison and you drop the soap.
That happens.
Astral projection. What that is, do you know what astral projection is?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know what astral projection is?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Well, maybe our listeners don't. So for those of you who don't know what astral projection is, it's when
Do you know what astral
Do you know?
projection?
it's so when you
Round
so
like
when
this.
you go so every once in a while you
It's a sport
I'm
that
just
you
kidding.
play with your feet.
It's a sport you play with your feet.
and there's
So,
a bowl.
Do you want to explain what astral projection is?
What do you
I can,
know about it?
It's a form of out of body.
So
Experience.
well,
Absolutely.
so what it is, yeah, it's a form of out of body, and when you're sleeping, it's they say that you do it every night, right? When you sleep, you do it, but you're just not conscious of it. And there's this little window where you can pull yourself out, and you can, in theory, pull yourself outside of your body.
Yeah.
You can pull yourself
I
out.
always
in the
get in
middle of the
trouble
night.
for that, pulling myself out.
But you can pull your consciousness out of this sleep in your brain, and
You travel.
astral projection's an out of body kind of experience that you, in theory, have control over. They say it's easy, but it's not as easy as it sounds.
Everyone
but-
can do it. I just taught a class about it. I crafted an oil in this purpose. I have a candle for that exact thing. It's astral projection. It's such a great way to explore, get in contact with people you love, to verify things on your own life, and to also be able to return to yourself.
So the
Because we can all do it. We all have this thing called, it's like a silver cord that's attached. It's attaching, it's our soul that's attached to our body with this silver string. And whenever we achieve this meditative state that you were correct, it allows you to propel your soul out. It's not like it's not so much like, oh, okay, I'm out of my body and I'm looking at myself. Like, you're not dead. You're consciously traveling outside your physical envelope, and you can push and project yourself places.
So the candle. What's the candle?
It's
What do you use the
to
candle for?
you use the candle and the oils to allow your chakras to be cleansed and purified and ready, with certain herbs that are added to the oil to add to your appropriate chakras in order to allow them to open up and help your body get easier into that meditative state of mind.
What is a chakra?
Your chakras are energetic points within your body from your soul that have different aspects attached. So some of your attachment from your esoteric body, for your physical self, for your mind, for your third eye, for your throat, for your heart. All those are elements within you that are meant to be opened and all in sync and in vibration in order for you to elevate yourself. So people that take the time to care for their chakras and open them up can astral project. They can feel differently things. They can express themselves better. They can attract things. They can feel stuff more thoroughly. They can just ground themselves easier.
It's kind of crazy. So it's like, So I think there's like some debate. Like some people say, oh, you can't actually leave your body. You know what I mean? And like, I think some people get it confused with lucid dreaming. It almost sounds like when you hear of like DMT or like LSD when people have a trip, it almost sounds like it's somewhere in there, like when DMT people like they go to this realm and they see like the aliens or they see God or they see whatever and they always say go back or we could talk about that sometime. I've never done it before. I know people that have, but I haven't done it. But
me either.
It's interesting. Like I'm curious, but I'm too scared. Like I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to.
I don't
my
think I
mind
need
just
that.
yet.
We should do it on the show.
How about you do it and we'll watch?
Yes, and we will watch the experiment.
I think it's
like,
a quick
okay.
experience, but when people do it, I think they like literally have like a massive experience that they say like hours or years or crazy time has gone by, right?
Yeah.
And it's like seconds. It's like this information comes to you so quick. Yeah, quick trip, but
quick
in your head, it's
downloads
not.
and so much. It's in another dimension completely. That's how I explain it. It's another realm. It's a different dimension. It's access by your soul, and that's where.
Yeah, that's how I have always heard it. That it's your soul.
Well, I think people describe it differently. I think people do have different experiences and stuff. So I think some people might say, "Oh, it's this" or "It's that." And I think there are people that get confused with what it is. I think actual projection. I think like monks do that shit, like when they're in a meditative state, because it's like you can't. I think people have accidentally done it. I think we've done. Me and my family have done it. When we used to take naps all the time and play frequencies. Like, and I would listen to one that felt good.
Yes.
And then once it just felt like it was speaking to me, we'd all fall asleep. And like I remember this one time we fell asleep for hours, and I mean I had some fucking like
awesome
lucid dreams, or I don't know if they were lucid dreams or if we were like if we were astral projecting. Because it's like when you're falling asleep, you have to be like completely calm. You have to be aware. You have to like pay attention, and like you get to this point where you have like a lucid dream. But when you're in the lucid dream, there's like you're aware, but like you're still dreaming, and it's like you're almost like in your thoughts, I guess, from the sounds of it. And you have to break free from that to get into the astral projection.
Yes, it's a higher level of consciousness completely.
Yeah, and if you don't do that, you just kind of fall asleep and go in your dream. You know what I mean? You're just gone, because it's basically just being awake while you are in that sleep state. You know,
correct.
When your body's sleeping, but your brain isn't in this.
Your
realm.
soul is aware.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff, man.
It is. There is research that shows that when people are under astral projection, meditative state of mind, that their brain activity flickers differently than just normal activity in your brain when you're just dreaming. It just creates a different wave and pattern. And, I don't know. I don't do brain studies, but I guess it glows differently or
Have you astral project before?
I believe that's what I can push my soul to do. Yes. I believe I achieve that meditative state.
She's not even here right now.
Wait a minute.
She's astral projecting right now.
That's right. I'm not even
She's
here.
actually at home.
I'm physically
probably doing the
here,
dishes
but
or
my
whatever
soul
women
is
do.
definitely somewhere else.
Did anybody watch the new Stranger Things?
Yes.
Don't ruin it one episode.
I was going to do a spoiler.
You can't.
I won't fucking do it.
Maybe I'd have 2
I'm going to do a
episodes.
spoiler for you, but you might get it.
I can go la la la.
Hand twitch.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Is her
I
hand
don't.
twitching?
Is there, no.
Okay.
No, I didn't
Okay,
notice.
so maybe she's here.
Is my hand twitching?
All
Maybe
right, all right. You'll know when you watch.
You're ruining it for me. I know it in advance now.
No, you won't even know until it's end.
Until the hand twitch. Until the hand twitches, I won't know.
So I did some research on this and stuff, and so what these guys in the CIA were doing, they were like using frequencies and stuff.
But what was the frequency?
Let me see. When a wave pattern of a consciousness drops below oscillation frequency of 10 to the power of negative 33 centimeters per second, for a brief instant, it clicks out of space and time and joins infinity. The theories maintain that if that click out can achieve continuity, you can begin dialogue with other dimensions.
Yeah, I heard
All
that.
mathematics.
Yeah, that's like
Renee and I were talking about this earlier. That's what I believe a lot of things are, that that whatever it is, I don't know what it is, but whatever you can tap into or you like share thoughts and whatever, I think that's like some would say you're experiencing a past life or I just think it's all the same. Like you're experiencing something that like, they say when, like energy,
parallel
like
universe?
energy can't ever, no, not really. But like, what is it? Like energy, like it
just
can't like
gets
disappear.
it gets redistributed.
So when people die, where do they go? Like we say heaven and hell. Some people say heaven and hell or whatever. But I believe that probably like when you join, if you go to heaven and you're with God or whatever, like it's maybe like a big, everybody's connected. Like everything, anybody in the past, maybe even the future. I don't know. But everybody's connected. It's like one huge, I guess you could say, computer for the.
Well, it's kind of like getting. It's
Whatever,
kind of like
but-
when you.
If you wanted to go that way,
I like it.
You could-
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think of something similar to. I always say that you ever like. Sometimes I'll drive down the road and I'll look at my hand, and it's like I almost see my dad's hand, and I almost can feel like my ancestors like running through my veins that day or something like that. It's almost
Yes.
like I sense like my grandfather who I never met, is there, or like someone in my bloodline is there, or just maybe it's anybody, right? And sometimes I wonder, like I'll have a really weird dream, and I'm like, is that my memory, or is that like just
Ancestral
is that like a
memories.
little flicker, like when we're created and we're collecting all this like these particles to build this body, right? Like what is it? Is it in my bloodstream, runs through my brain, boink, and then I have this memory? Is it like
I would say yes. It's very much so ancestral.
so? Like but they say that like we have a soul, right? But like, so is the soul energy?
you ever seen the studies where they put people that are dying, they put them on like a scale, and then after they
Yes.
die, their body loses
The
like,
weight.
What is it? It's a lot too.
I think it's
like-
like something like it's a few grams for
yeah,
sure.
but it's like 16 or something, and it's like the same with every single person that they try.
It
No matter
is.
if you're big, small, doesn't matter. It's like 16 ounces or whatever. Like boom.
Yes, they all have like that same weight.
So
Yeah.
something is happening.
Something's happening.
Something's exiting your body.
Yep.
Well,
Easy
that's
way to lose weight. Sell your soul. Then it won't. Then you'll be
sell your soul to lose weight.
Your soul to lose weight.
21 gram was what the experiment revealed.
21 grams. There you
Yes.
go.
Have you seen like newer studies where they're saying that your brain they used to say it stayed active for hours ever, but I think they're saying now like days or weeks.
That freaks me out.
Like
that freaks
like so
me
like
out
so it shuts down. I think it shuts down and it's like
in
it's
portions.
in sections, ding, 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 and until you're at this. I don't know what would be your final thought or whatever, but like you're remembering everything, and I'm like, oh my god. So I actually been talking to my wife about this shit. I'm like, because I watched I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was talking about he doesn't want to be cremated. And I don't really follow Neil deGrasse Tyson a lot. I don't necessarily, some of his stuff's cool, but he's not.
I'm not even sure who he is. He's not the guy that bit off Holyfield's ear, right?
No,
That's a different Tyson.
No, that's a different Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson did not bite off
It's
Holyfield's ear.
Mike Tyson.
Oh, Mike
Tyson,
Tyson.
the
Yes.
boxer.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Neil deGrasse
Wow.
Tyson's boxing anybody.
Neil deGrasse Tyson just raped women and went to prison.
No.
I thought you were
Also,
in the
Mike
sport.
Tyson.
How
Oh,
do you not know Mike Tyson if you're in the sports?
I do. It's all for comedy.
It's all for comedy. This show is an entertainment show, so anything we say, don't take it to heart,
It
because
can't be
we
held against us.
absolutely could be wrong.
It cannot be held against us.
Could
and,
be.
and if nobody's doing the research, like I got some papers here, so some of the stuff is
So
right, but
official.
I'm looking at all these words. I'm thinking, I don't even know half of these words. I'm just gonna. I
Tuck it in.
recognize I recognize to, and I recognize.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
I recognize in.
When you first said we should talk about astral projection, I thought you meant people with Audis. And I was like, whoa.
You mean the belly
Why are
button?
we,
No.
why are we going to talk about Audis? Well, the reason I want to get back to Neil deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson said that he didn't want to be cremated because being cremated is an incredible waste of energy. That's it, right?
I'm sorry. Why would we talk about belly button?
Not belly buttons.
So what's an Audi?
Audi assholes. My God. It's
Wait,
not
what?
funny when you have to break it down.
Break it down for me now. How does it Audi asshole?
Yeah.
What?
That's what makes it funny.
Asshole projection.
You ever seen
Wow.
any nipples?
Do I
What?
see any nipples?
Have you ever seen any nipples?
any nipples?
Any.
Any
Not
nipples?
any. I know you've seen a
I
nipple.
mean, any nipples? I'm like, yeah, I've seen a couple nipples. I mean, I got a
Yeah,
nipple.
Usually come in pairs.
I've got a nipple, Greg. Does that mean you can milk me?
Oh my
fucker.
gosh, what?
They usually come in pairs. Meaning they
usually come in pairs.
Sometimes in 3. Sometimes 3. That's
My-
disgusting. I'm sorry. for
My
the ones
grandfather
who-
only had one nipple because he had breast cancer, which I know is weird, I guess. for
No, I
men.
know.
Wow.
I know a dude who had. had it too.
Yeah, so he only had one nipple, and I remember when I was a kid, I asked what happened, and he told me that my father bit it off.
That's funny.
That is funny.
You know what always gets me weirded out is like, so I was talking to my wife and she's like, don't talk crap about your customers on the podcast. I'm like, I'm not, but I'm going to tell some cool stories. And sometimes like
Only they will know
Sometimes
who they are.
customers
anyways.
do some
only they will know.
We
crappy
don't say
Don't tell
names.
anybody. If I don't say your name,
That's it.
Bob, then no one's
Yeah.
going to know. Okay?
Everybody has a Bob.
But
My
Bob's
dad is Bob.
Bob's just like, what the fuck?
My dad is Bob. We're talking about you, Dad. Shout out to my papa.
All the Bobs out there going, God damn it, Ethan, what the fuck are you going to say right now?
Did you hear about
So-
that woman that got the Buffalo Bill tattoo?
What? No?
Yeah.
Let's go.
No, they were just showing it the other day. Like she got
She's
a
a
blue
fan, dude.
she got a blue B on one cheek and a red B on the other cheek. And when her husband came home, she showed him, and he was like, "That's nice, but who the hell's Bob?"
I knew it.
You
I
told
knew
me a
it.
completely different joke. And I'm like, don't tell me the joke. I don't want to know the joke. I'm like, he's starting it. Okay, the joke's coming.
No.
Yeah, it is. There it is.
But, dude, when a dude has a big nipple, that is some weird shit. Back to nipples.
Yep.
I think it's
I
fucking.
think all big nipples are weird. Like nobody likes big pepperonis.
No, I don't. You know, I mean, I'm.
There's people watching this show right now that have big nipples. I think we should back off.
my
I
God.
mean,
I
they're
don't care
all
about-
right if they're proportionate to the
I don't
rest
care-
of the body, but I don't know. I don't think it's appropriate.
What
about
is
this.
between a 75-year-old woman's boobs that is not between a 25-year-old woman's boobs?
Wait, say that again.
What is between a 75-year-old woman's boobs that is not between a 25-year-old woman's boobs?
Her belly button.
Her belly button.
Ah, very good.
No, she.
Yeah,
Well, is
Way
that-
to ruin it.
I'm that smart.
she just knows. She's heard that joke before. Josh.
Yeah, Josh.
My God.
Josh.
You need to get a better. You need to get a better joke.
I'm sorry.
I think you're doing pretty good. Keep them coming.
How did we go from astral projection to this?
I don't know, dude. That's
I
how we
don't know.
do.
That's
It's-
how we
it's
do
just
here.
how
Went from
we do here.
astral projection to asshole projection to
Jesus,
any
the
nipples to large nipples to I don't know I don't know where we're at now.
The pepperonis.
To pepperonis. Have you ever had any kind of out of body experience, astral projection?
No, but I have seen any nipples.
Jesus Christ.
What's so in any nipple like so?
What is that?
It's just the nipple goes in instead of out.
So the breast that cuss comes out
Yep,
and then it goes in.
the nipple.
Now is this a
Goes in.
guy or is this a girl?
Well, I saw it on a girl.
Ooh.
Weird.
Yep.
I like weird shit though. I mean, wouldn't you want to see it?
So what did you do with that nipple?
What did I?
Did
do?
you just
I don't-
pop it back?
I mean, it goes in.
I didn't.
Was it-
It wasn't my.
Was-
it wasn't my nipple to do anything with.
Well, how did you see it then?
Well, I saw it, but
He was in a tree
yeah, I
with
was.
binoculars.
Yes, I
And
was.
he was bird watching at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it was just the other day.
That was last week.
It was just the other day.
It's just the other day. He says bird watching.
Oh, that's
Oh
horrible.
man, now I'm trying to not to get this image out of my head.
I tried searching it up and now I'm scared that's on my
You
search
can't
history.
Oh my
You can't be searching up any nipples.
Yeah, it didn't even show me anything. It's just like scientific
'Cause
diagram.
it's parental
Like
block.
a science notebook that you get at school.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
For the sake of science.
Yes. Everybody watching right now should search on their phone.
You have a
Any
lot of
nipples.
people. Everybody is like, what the
Yep.
fuck?
There'll be a
Any
And then the
nipples
people at home that have the
and
big,
outie
the
buttholes.
big old, any nipples are like, they're crying.
I'll be like, hey, I just followed the trend. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's
all of a
doing
sudden
it.
there's this flux of like people looking up the same weird thing.
On Google.
Any nipple.
Yeah. Any nipple.
Any nipple.
Any.
Just random nipples.
Like an any.
It brought me a tribe. A tribe of people with nipples.
The tribe. Oh, man.
You know
Maybe the
those-
whole tribe astral
Triples.
projects together as a tribe.
Asshole protects.
Astral
asshole-
project.
Astral projects.
Astral. Astral? Astral. How do you say it?
Astral.
Astral. That's what I'm saying.
Astral.
Astral.
Projects.
Projects.
Projection.
Projection.
Maybe that was a horrible topic.
I don't know.
I thought for sure Josh was gonna come with something like he was gonna like have like some information,
I
do
came
some
with
research.
something. I told you what my feelings were. I thought you did a good job laying it out there. I mean, it took you like 40 minutes, but you got it all out there. I believe that Renee would know the most about it.
Well, I said my piece.
That's it. That's
right?
what it is.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
the only one that knows anything about it. I'm sorry.
I thought you were going
We
to.
can try it. We can we could do a meditation experiment right now. And we could try to just kind of get in the state of mind and push ourselves. It's something that everyone should try to do. Just to try to go see your friend at home.
Well,
Just to try to go check on your kids real quick. So when you do something like that, you don't push yourself to go travel to Africa first. You just push yourself to be able to see your room.
have you ever seen Jumper?
Yeah.
What?
Jumper. It's got Hayden Christensen in it.
It's a good movie.
Unsure. I suck at names.
You never saw it? The guy who played Darth Vader. He played Darth Vader. Basically, it's kind of like that. It's you said you don't go to Africa, but if he can see a picture or think of a place, he can jump to that place.
Yes, I have watched that movie.
But he's physically jumping there.
Yes, he's physically. That's a goal. I would love to do that.
That'd be awesome.
Like a teleportation.
Save a lot of money on gas.
Could you imagine being able to teleport yourself to wherever you see on the photo?
Is that what
a
it is?
gift.
He has to see a photo and then he can jump to that place?
I think that's what it was.
Not like
just,
he can't recall from memory. He has to see a photo.
I thought it was both.
I don't know. It's
I
been a
don't
while
remember.
since
It's
I
been a
watched it.
while.
Yeah.
Yes. Now I want to watch it again.
I remember liking it. I remember thinking, wow, it wasn't
is
amazing, but
wild.
it was pretty cool.
It is wild. I like wild stuff like that.
Jumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today's episode sponsored by Jumper, Hayden Christensen. It's on Amazon, probably for free.
To go in a very bad way, because if he just looks at a photo and just automatically teleports into it, and it's not like a choice, then he is probably screwed, dude.
No, he has a choice.
Yes, you would be screwed.
You'd
Could
be-
you imagine? You
you'd be
could never
jumping-
look at a book.
You'd be jumping nonstop, like, oh shit, boink, shoo, shoo, shoo.
Mhm.
Yes.
You couldn't do anything.
No, I think you would have to want to do it.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to like. I think he looks at a picture, he has to concentrate, and then he goes.
And he poof, jumps.
I tried one time, but I shit my pants.
I tried to just jump. Period.
My kid one time, swear to
just
God,
pushed.
tried to fly and he didn't work. And he went, poof. And he was so sad. Why didn't I fly? I was like, buddy, you were so close. You were right there. Try it again.
My
Never-
sister did that when we were kids. She climbed a
did
tree.
he.
She climbed a tree. She taped, that medical tape, the little
Yeah.
clear with the little hatches on it and stuff.
The little
She
dotted
taped,
one.
She taped leaves to herself.
Wow.
Climbed this tree and jumped out, thinking it was going to help her fly. Smashes her fucking head on a rock. Gets a scar in her eye. Like a year or two later, my brother goes up the same tree, jumps out of this tree,
Wow.
smashes his head, has a
So
scar.
did you guys cut the tree down?
Now it's our neighbors.
Oh,
Yeah, we just sued him twice.
just sued him twice.
They were used to being tortured though. I was brutal to those guys. One time we went sledding when we were kids, and we went to this hill, and there's some dudes down there. They're building a ramp at the bottom of the hill, and I was like, oh, wow,
Nice.
cool, a ramp. And these dudes look up at us, and now I know, but at the time I didn't know. And I was like, hey, can I go down and hit the ramp? They look at each other like, yep, go ahead. They're like, what an idiot. They're like, we're going to build this ridiculous ramp, and someone's going to hit it. So I'm just this stupid kid that goes
That
down.
wants to go hit it.
I hit it, dude. I biff so hard at the bottom of the hill, knocks the wind down me. I'm like, I'm all fucked up. They're laughing at me and shit. I know these dudes. I still see them around and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm all fucked up. I look up at the hill. My little brother and sister are standing there like, was it funny?
Was
And I
it-
go, yep.
Your turn.
And they come down the hill. Whoosh, boom. And the ramp was like straight in the air, man. Like they just launched them into the air
wow.
and they crashed and they cried and went home and
And it was not fun.
they got in trouble.
It jumped off a rock one time. It was I can't remember. It was marked on the rock. It was like 97 feet or 98 feet, something like that. And my friend was with me. My friend Tim. Shout out to Tim. He was with me. He said, you jump, I'll jump. I'm like, I'm jumping. So I jump off. I hit the friggin' water. My knee comes up, hits me in the mouth, busts my lip open. It hurt, man. Like
knocked you
like,
out.
No, it didn't knock me out, but it hurt. And I come up. I'm like spitting blood when I come up. And Tim yells down. He goes, did it hurt? I said, no, come on down. So he fucking jumps off. After he comes up, he goes, you're a fucking liar. Yeah, that shit hurt. dude.
Blood
He
everywhere.
pops up. He's bleeding too. Dude, what is it?
He cut his foot. Like he hit the water so hard that it like cut the bottom of his foot.
Oh yeah, it's no joke. That's why you.
It was 128 feet, you said?
No, it was either 97 or 98
Wow.
feet.
So about 100 feet.
Yeah, about 100 feet.
So that's how high it was when you
I
hit.
counted 6 seconds before I hit the water.
You should have had your shoes on. For
Were
sure.
you like, oh, don't people like fall off bridges and die when they hit the water because it hits so hard?
It's so hard. Yes, it's a way to kill themselves.
It was fun though. I wouldn't do it
Sad.
now, but at the time, I wanted to do it again.
You wanted to jump in again.
I did. Like not right then. My lip hurt.
Crazy.
But yeah, I wanted to do it again. But I wouldn't now. I'm way too old now. I'd hit and I'd have an astral projection.
He's like, boom. He's like, where the fuck am I?
Where am
He's looking
I?
down at his body and shit.
My
Yeah.
nipples are pointed in.
Look at-
Oh my God.
My
God.
asshole's pointed out.
dude, one time I took acid and we were it was like 4th of July. I had 4 hits and I was saving it for something and my buddy
Holy cow.
came home and he's like, hey, he's like he was gone for the summer, but he comes home, he's like, I'm like, hey, what the fuck's up, dude? He's like, me and my girlfriend broke up, blah blah blah, whatever. Like I can't remember what happened, but he was home. I was like, he's like, what are we gonna do? I'm like, well, I got 4 hits of acid. I was gonna save it for me and so on Friday, but you want to do it today? It was a beautiful fucking day. I think it was 4th of July. He's like, yeah, let's fucking do
Sunny.
it. So we take it. We take the 2 hits, and at the time, like we were just doing it so much that it was like sometimes it was like weak. It wasn't very good. But back then, the Dead were torn and stuff, and like this is Jerry Garcia was still alive, and so people were going to the Dead shows, coming back with killer acid and stuff. So and I mean, it was intense. So like this chick, I bought 4 hits from her, and I had it, and we took it. So we took 2 hits each, and we were going around town. We're skateboarding, doing our thing, and I remember just going, "Wow, this shit is fucking good. I should have only taken 1 hit. I'm gonna probably lose my
Powerful.
fucking mind." So we go down to the boardwalk. There's this little spot down by one of the boat ramps and back in town, and we go in, and I'm like, I'm sweating, I'm dying right now. I'm like, let's go swimming. So
Jump
stupid fucking 16, 17-year-old
High
me.
on acid.
No, I'm talking wigging. Like, I mean, I was peaking. like fucking.
Let's go swimming, dude. Sounds like a fun idea.
I jump in and I'm in the water, and like I open my eyes. I don't like open my eyes in the water. I think it's fucking weird.
Disgusting.
But like I opened my eyes. I remember looking around and I couldn't tell what was up or down. And all the water hitting my body at the same time, like that being that cold
I would
water.
have panicked so much.
Dude, it was the weirdest thing. I could see
Gosh,
bubbles.
I would have panicked.
I could see bubbles going around me, and I'm like, oh my God. And I was like, I didn't know if I should breathe. I was holding my breath. I was just like panicking, and I couldn't tell what was up, and I'm just kind of sinking. You know what I mean? And I could see the light. I could see the light from up here, so I just started swimming towards that, get out of the water. I'm like, I am never fucking doing that again. And I hear people go into those chambers, those compression.
Ayahuasca.
What is it? The water chambers, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? They have. I don't know what they do. They go in there in the darkness. It's a certain temperature, and they like hallucinate and stuff or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Never
All
heard
I
of
heard
that.
is the ayahuasca chambers.
I don't know if that's
deprivation chambers. Those
maybe
things.
I don't know, but either way, like I thought, like afterwards, I'm like, there's something to do with like having your body completely submerged in water. And we were tripping. I get out, dude. I was like,
Wow.
what if I breathe? I couldn't tell which way I was. I was floating in there, and it was the weirdest,
Panic mode.
surreal like experience, like
Worst trip.
ever. It wasn't bad, but I mean,
Oh, I would have hated
when I
every
thought
minute.
about it afterwards, I was like,
Pretty
what
bad.
the
But
fuck?
you could have died.
What if I just started breathing?
Breathing. You could have died. You were maybe so deep. Like if you didn't know if you were down or like which way was up. You were tripping, bro.
It was weird.
You were fucking tripping hard.
I did a lot of
Wow.
stupid shit when I was
You
tripping.
hear about this this woman
Yeah.
that
Kiddo,
just
kiddo.
she wanted to do this is just recent. She was doing the polar bear plunge, and they cut a hole in the ice for her. It was a river. She jumped in. Current took her downstream. She died right in front of her. Her husband, kids were there. Everything.
I saw something like that
Yeah.
like a couple of years ago where they cut a hole
What?
in and someone jumped in and they weren't supposed to jump a certain way. And however this person, it might have been a girl, it might have been a dude, I don't know, but they jumped at a weird angle and they launched themselves under the ice, and then they could see them under the ice and they were just going.
Is that crazy?
Dude, I
Phobia.
don't like that shit anyway.
I
It
hate
sucked.
it. Oh my gosh. Petrified.
I would not go in the cold fucking water.
So my dad, when I was a kid,
Oh,
Like-
I'd do that, just not under ice. Sorry.
obviously we were
Fuck that.
obviously we were always doing stupid shit. So, but we had just gotten in trouble. Like it was my friend and I. We had just gotten in trouble like 5 or 6 times that day, just doing stupid shit. Then we went down to the river, and it was like March, maybe something like that. The
Ooh,
river,
cold.
it's I call it. It's not a river. It's a creek. But in the spring, it's like really fucking high. So, but it's cold as shit. So we go down there, and my friend actually falls in, and the current's really strong right then too, and it's really high.
Yeah,
so I
'cause
had to,
everything is
and he-
melting.
and he can't swim, so I have to jump in. I jump in and I
No.
get him, and I fight the current, and I get him to shore. And it's like I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but I really did like save his life.
Yes, you did.
And like he's like, oh, thank you, man. Like I was gonna drown, I couldn't swim. It was pretty scary and crazy. And we went back to the house, and my dad kicked my ass because he was like, "You went swimming, like you guys lost your freaking minds." It's a beating your ass all day. Like, no, I swear to God, we did not jump in the creek in March to have fun.
Intentionally.
Like, nope, not gonna believe it. Just whoop my ass. Like, whatever.
That
Drowning
happened-
is scary.
That happened to that college student there. I think it was a couple of years ago, 2 years ago. I guess they were just walking back from bar over there in Canton, and this dude's just walking. He's like, "All right, see you guys later." Jumps over the edge of the bridge, just being funny, and just like thought he'd jump in the water because the water was running, but it was so fucking cold, went into like instant hypothermia and
Shock.
fucking went under, drowned. And I knew I tattooed a guy who was on part of the dive team who had to search for him, and he said, "Yep, just jumped in," and it took him days to find him and stuff, and
Damn.
Wow.
like fuck that, dude. That shit is it's too cold. It's fucking cold in the summer sometimes, man.
It
Like-
is. It is.
If you jump in the river, like
I
that
hate
shit
the
is
ri-
cold.
I don't like to swim in the river.
Me
at
either.
all.
I hate it. I hate it.
Lakes, rivers.
Are
I
you-
don't
Oh, I
like
love
them.
it.
I don't even like to swim in the. I will go in the ocean, but I won't go deep. I hate. I have a phobia.
So do I.
Such a
It's
phobia.
funny.
I would rather swim in a lake or river,
Oh
ocean
no.
than a pool.
Oh
But-
no, dude. I stick to my pool only.
My own,
Clean.
my only concern with a pool is like I know we're bleaching it, we're doing all that stuff, but and sometimes at the beginning of the year it's pretty green and you got to kind of bring it back, if it gets out of control. And I'm just like, it's kind of like those commercials where they're trying to sell you a new dish soap. They go, look here's this, and they put something in the water and they stir it
You
up.
should
It's
close
gone. I
it
bet to clear again.
clean.
But dude, I always tell my kids, Ethan will be like, oh, he's like, did you just put shock in here? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I got it. I swallowed a bunch of water. I'm like, butts and nuts, man. He's like, what? And I'm like, butts and nuts are in this goddamn pool. Look at, and you'll see
Oh
like
yeah.
4 or 5 people. There's 2 chicks over there. There's fucking 3 dudes over there. Butts and nuts are in the pool, and you just swallow some. I was like, oh, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
it grosses me out. I'm like, that's the truth. And you're, it's a
I
little-
don't do public pools either, like the city
Okay,
pools and stuff.
You know,
Ew.
my daughter does. She'll stick her fingers inside of her cup with ice in it, pull ice out sometimes, and then she'll start drinking her water. I'm like, that is fucking disgusting. She's like, what do you mean? But no, it's not. She'll take it out, and I'm like, you just ate your food. I don't know what the fuck you've been doing. And you stick your hand in the cup. She's like, so it's not a big deal. She'll chew on the ice or whatever. She'll use the ice or whatever. And I'm like, that just grosses me the fuck out. Like the dirty hands. Like even just in that moment, just opening that package, eating your burger, whatever,
in her
mayonnaise
soda.
or, salt and stuff. Yeah. And then stick your fingers in there and then you drink the rest. That's gross. I'm like, now imagine that with people's asses.
Imagine if their ass was in your drink.
Yeah. Your drink.
That's fucking gross.
I would never
It
drink a
is.
drink that someone's ass was in. That's for sure.
Yeah, so think
Well,
about that when you're in a little tiny
don't know.
fucking pool. And you got all these butts and nuts in there.
I don't get in a little
That's
tiny pool.
disgusting.
Or someone's wearing their stinky ass like flats, like, or flip flops, and you're like, oh, whose feet fucking stink?
I still have
Ugh.
like what's it? Intex. I have an Intex pool instead of like the big one with the metal or an in-ground. I'm not like I don't have their type of money, but no, like really, this is the reason I have it. I went to my kids were saying they wanted a pool or whatever, and this was like it had to be 15 years ago. We went to it was Kmart when Kmart was still around. That's how long ago it was, and they had like the biggest that you could buy. It was like I don't know, it's pretty big, and
It's
it was
inflatable.
no, it's not inflatable,
Okay.
It's got the pipes
but it's
and
really
stuff.
big. It's like I think it's I don't know, like 34 feet or something. It's one of the big ones. And they were like, it was the last model that they had, and they were trying to get away from selling the pools, and it was $100. And I was like, what? Is that really? I had to get somebody. I'm like, is this really $100? They're like, yeah, we're getting rid of it. I'm like, yep,
Fine.
buying it. So I bought that pool that I have for $100. And like, I know when people come over sometimes like, yeah, he's got an Intex pool. Okay. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. That pool was $100. So
Yeah, dude. We when we lived in town, we had a pool and we had a good one. But I think the second year I moved into the house, it had collapsed, and so I was like, did I do something wrong? I was like, I don't fucking know. So then I had to buy a new pool. We had to put it all up, put all new sand down, reline it. All the bullshit. Cost me like $2,000 or whatever doing it ourselves. I can't. My wife works someplace and she got a deal, so we got this pool. I sold my house. I decided I'm not going to put a cover on it anymore because every time I put a cover on it is when it would fuck up. Like something like the ice would freeze to the lid, and then like because I had a breathable pool top, and like so the leaves would sit on top. But then at the end of the year, they were so wet and fucking cold they'd sink in the bottom. We're trying to pull that fucking thing off, trying to scoop the leaves out. It was like a complete bitch. So then I was like, I'm not doing that shit anymore. So I sold the house. Person had it. My dad lived next door. He's like, oh, yeah, your pool collapsed last week. I'm like, what? The other people did the same thing like a year later. So then they had to put a new pool up. I'm like, well, that's like 3 or 4 pools in this time. So when we moved out to the country,
Crazy.
we bought one of those Intex. Or I think I bought a Coleman, but the same concept.
Yep.
Just the pipes and the built-in kind of like heavy-duty like liner. It's just
Liner.
one piece. It had little windows on it and stuff. It was small, but dude, it was easy to clean. I bought a way bigger pump than I had my old pump from my old pool. I just hooked that up to it. It was fucking cranking, always clean. It was great. And I was like, but it was small. Like you couldn't really jump in it. Like when I was standing into it, it was like at my waist, I was like, it just wasn't as cool. So we just bought another pool. I'm not kidding you, man. Every goddamn year, I've got problems with that pool. And I got to change the liner now. A chair blew off, put a huge tear in. I patched it all up. Like inside, where all like the tears are and shit from whatever the liner was. It's like I've patched up like next year.
Yeah.
Next year. You know what I mean? And like it's
I had patches in my pool too. We just changed a liner last year, and that was almost as expensive as when we purchased our pool itself. I do
that's
have
what
it
I'm
in
afraid of.
ground, and we had it built, and then but we had it for 18 summers until we had to replace the liner because I had patches. I had a couple
my God.
corners that had patches.
Are we like we've been talking about swimming, jumping off shit.
We're
like,
awesome.
We
We're
want
all over the
summer.
place.
We want summer.
We want summer. I can't wait.
It
I'm
is-
going to Mexico.
How cold is it right now? It's 9 degrees out right now. I think it's supposed to get
It's
down to like
so
negative
cold.
tonight.
It's disgusting. It's supposed to get down to like negative 30, I heard.
Wait, not
What?
tonight. Is
No, but with the wind chill by this weekend. With the wind chill, like
negative 30.
negative 30. That's Quebec weather.
That is
You
bullshit.
fret.
right?
That's how we say it when it's colder than cold. We don't say it's cold. We
Why
say
do we
"Il
live
fait
here?
fret."
Why do we live
Because we don't have tornadoes. We don't have alligators. We don't have hurricanes.
Earthquakes.
Earthquakes.
here? All
That's
you're saying
why.
is cool
we don't
shit
need
that we don't have.
volcanoes.
That's
We
all
don't have all this cool shit. Yeah, no shit. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
no
saying.
shit, that's
Why
why
are we
we're
still here?
freezing.
Well, even when there's like a hurricane, like I used to live in Palm Bay, Florida, and I have buddies that still live there. So every time they say there's a big hurricane coming through, and I'm like, dude, I'm watching the news, man. This place flooded. Like it's near you. How is it? And he's like, he'll send me a video of him grilling and shows me outside. He's like, yeah, it's raining out. I'm like, is it bad? He's like, come on. I'm like, it's like a couple areas get hit, and the news just. I mean, I know there are like when New Orleans got hit, I know that was fucking bad. You know what I mean? There are definitely situations that are bad, but there's a lot of it that just isn't as bad as they say. And they're pretty close to the coast. Like they're like just past the inlet and stuff, and Palm Bay is just.
Well, hurricanes, they tell you that they're coming, so you just leave. Tornadoes only hit trailer parks. So, I mean,
dude, it seems that way, but it's. I worry where I live. You know where I live? It's flat out there, dude. It is windy as hell out there. Like it's that we for Elvis we built that spaceship.
Yeah,
it's destroyed.
It's gone.
It's not gone, but it's collapsed.
So sad
because it's so windy out there. It was fine until
it was built out of 1-bys though, and it's winter. So
well, it was built out of 1-by. No, that's the wind got it, not the winter. When it was built out of foam, blue insulating foam.
Yeah, foam and 1-bys.
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't lasting through a windstorm.
We built it because it was affordable.
It was
and
awesome.
we're artists.
I'm not.
That's right.
I'm not knocking it. That thing was awesome.
That
Like
thing
you
is
should show
sick.
pictures. Like when you edit this, you should show pictures of it.
I know. I should
because it was awesome, and it was like built
Of
out
the
of
ship,
spray
yeah.
foam and some.
I'm
some
actually
popsicle
called.
sticks.
It was basically. It was. I MacGyvered. Me and my friends. Me and Ethan Bacon. Little Ethan helped out too. We just we're artists, so we can. That ship, that set would have cost a ton of fucking money.
I know.
Like if we had to hire a crew, but because we were the crew that built it, we did it. It took
Saved.
time, but it was cool. But yeah, that's gone, and that's. I'm over winter, man.
I'm over winter
Me too.
too. 5 weeks and I go to Mexico.
I was over winter in like October, I think. Yep.
Yeah,
It was right around
I was
October.
over
Yep.
right around September 20th. I was sick of winter already.
Yep.
After Halloween, I was ready for Halloween again, but then I'm just done.
The kids were
winter.
back to school, and I was like, "Fuck winter."
I
It's
think.
like, Dad, it's
Seriously.
September 8th. Fuck winter.
Fuck winter.
I think next year, the year after, we're buying an RV of some kind. I think I want to get one of those little Mercedes, like they have those like van style ones.
Yeah.
Yes, like an old Airstream.
Yeah, something like that. And they lift up and they open up, and they have ones that are bigger now. They're still pretty small, but like I don't want to have a big camper. I'd rather like have something I can sleep in. I have a little kitchenette, and like we could open it up and sit out on the edge, and then
That's the dream.
and then like I'll rent a car if I got to go someplace, or
Yes.
call an Uber or something like that. Uber's the way to go, I think, with that. Or I'll bring like a. Julia said we should get
little moped, a little
mopeds.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I don't know if I can ride a moped,
or a
but
golf cart.
Well, they have dollies that you can just hook your car up to the back of it and tow it around.
that's the other thing I told her. Is like, let's just buy a small little.
Little
Car or
electric
something like that.
car.
Little Dodge Neon
Yes, and then travel.
for
I'd
$40
love
a
that.
month.
Dodge Neon for $40 a
Get
month.
sponsored.
Only at Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep,
Oh boy.
and wherever the hell you are.
Available in 1999.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do they even make a Dodge Neon anymore?
Probably not.
They don't.
I
I'm
don't
sure
think
they
so.
don't. Let's just say no.
Yeah, well, they're fucking gross.
Remember when this has been astral projections, guys?
I know we
You
are
can
always
astral project to any Dodge Neon.
we always get sidetracked. I think it's our thing.
Asshole project to a
Yeah.
Dodge Neon.
Yes.
The one time we brought like a script and like a thing to like stay on track,
I would buy
immediately
you.
we ran out of our
Yeah, I
topic.
brought-
We didn't know what to talk about anymore.
He's right. I brought.
I think we're doing good with the script. Check your time sheet. Look at us go.
I mean, my
We're
time
right on
sheet
point.
says that
Yep.
we should
that
be
see? Look at us.
wrapping up the show and talk about food.
Because that's what we do.
About 50 minutes in, and we're just about 50 minutes in.
See how
There we go.
clever you are?
At the end of the day, was the listener entertained? Who
That's-
gives a fuck if we stay on course or not? Who cares what we're talking about? Do you even really give a fuck what we're talking about?
They really don't.
Or you just want something in the background? We're just background noise. Make some fucking cookies, okay?
Do your dishes. Get your laundry done.
Dudes, when you're fucking rubbing your wife's back, put the podcast on. They're
You're
gonna
driving.
be laughing. You know, you're having a good time.
Yeah.
And it's just, we're background noise. Put us in as background noise.
Rubbing your wife's back. That brings me to today's joke.
Astral projection.
Wait, didn't you already drop today's joke? Ethan's excited over there.
All right. You ready?
No, I'm never ready.
Oh, shit.
All right. So there's this young couple, and they're looking to join a church. So they go to this Catholic church, and they sit down with the priest, and they said, we're interested in joining the church. And the priest says, well, we take our, memberships very seriously here.
Memberships.
We want to make
What is it? What you
They do pay weekly, actually.
Oh,
so
you do.
sorry.
It is a membership. What are you when you go to a church? You're
a member.
What are you, Ethan, when you go to a church? A follower.
Yeah,
we're a follower. Okay, let's go back to the joke.
Okay. So he said we take our memberships very serious here, and so to judge your level of dedication, we ask our couples to refrain from having sex for 2 weeks. I said, okay, all right, sure. Huh. So 2 weeks goes by, and they're back in the priest's office, and he says, so, how did it go? Did you last the 2 weeks? He says, we have to be honest with you. We didn't make it. Almost. We made it 13 days. We were so close. And the priest says, really? You made it that far? Well, what happened? He says, well, my wife was wearing this mini skirt, and she was looking pretty good. And she bent over to grab a can of corn, and I couldn't resist. And I just had to take her right there. And so that was it. And the priest says, well, I understand. But, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to allow you to come to this church. The guy says, that's okay. We're not allowed back in that grocery store either.
Gosh, you're an idiot. I love it so much.
That's good. I like the sign off on the jokes. I think that a joke sign off is good.
That's good. That's a great one. Now the pressure is on, Josh.
The pressure's on.
Pressure's on.
Next
Make
week,
sure.
it's got to be just a little bit better.
Yeah, it sucks because if I drop a bad one, which is bound to happen, it's gonna be like
I can't wait for your first horrible one.
Did we say that one was any good? I mean, a bad one. I mean, jeez.
It's not because we laughed that it was great.
The tent and the TP, that one, that was the goal. You got to slip them
That
in.
fucking
You
lean
got to
to,
slip them
dude.
in. That was a great one.
I'm still mad at you for it.
It was great. Well, guys,
It was amazing.
I think that's it for today. We're signing off.
We're signing off.
See you next Tuesday, right?
See you next
See you
Tuesday.
next Tuesday.
Peace.
See you next Tuesday.